Yo, what is up everyone? Super Gaming Fun here, or you could just call me Gameboy 69 here. And today I'm going to be reviewing this, the Game Boy Color. Alright, so, yeah, this system came out in 1998. What revolutionized it was it had color. But there's another problem that it had with it, and it still didn't have a backlight. Along as the system came out, the original Game Boy came out, then the Game Boy Pocket, and then in Japan, Game Boy Light came out, and then this thing came out, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Anyways, yeah. This is a great system. It is very good to hold in your hands. Like as you just bash the buttons, like it just feels so good. This is Atomic Purple. That's why I like this one more. So feels good to hold in the hand. I've never actually held an original Game Boy before, so as far as I know, this just feels better than that original Game Boy. So we got your classic A and B D-pad. It feels very nice and mushy. Probably the best D-pad I've ever felt on a handheld. Probably better than the 3DS, but I wouldn't go that far. Start, select. Here's your power switch button. Here's where you put the cartridge in here. So this system takes 4 AA batteries. No, I'm so glad I'm correcting myself. It takes 2 AA batteries. My fault. I was thinking of the original Game Boy. Here is the volume. If you never had a Game Boy Color, just so you know, when you mash up, that turns down the Game Boy. When you put the volume down, that turns it up. Yeah, it was kind of weird that way when I first had a Game Boy Color, but that's okay because it's still a great system. So, like I mentioned just a few moments ago, the only problem was it really didn't have a backlight. That's kind of weird. Like, you would think they probably would have fixed that problem. I mean, just imagine the Game Boy Color having a backlight. I mean, we have seen nowadays, or we usually see people mod their Game Boy Color now. Sometimes it doesn't look the best because sometimes it's washed out, but sometimes it turns out pretty good. If you check out YouTube videos, you'll see what I mean. But yes, it is a great system overall. People love this system. It's just the problem is it has no backlight. Like imagining if your mom told you to go to bed, right? And you say, "Okay, mom, get in bed," and you want to play some Game Boy, but you can't play it in the dark because it doesn't have a backlight. So you have to use a flashlight instead. And somehow you have to hold it while playing the Game Boy Color at the same time, because you can't play it with one hand. I mean, you just can't. So somehow you have to position the light in order to play it comfortably while the light shines on it. Well, actually, I don't have an accessory for it, but there's an accessory where you can plug it on the side right here. It is called the warm light. I'll just put the picture on the left corner. Yeah, it's the warm light. It basically like shines it on the top of the screen so you can see it in the dark. I don't own one, and I don't care to own one really because I have a Game Boy Advance SP instead. But if I were to only have this system instead of the Game Boy Advance P, like for instance, if I did have an SCP right now, what would I do with this if I were to play this in the dark? I would probably just use a flashlight. But enough of that. So let's talk about the games it plays. So it plays Game Boy Color. Here's a clear cartridge. Men in Black 2. I got DuckTales right here, and wait, World Wrestling Federation. So let me talk about these three. Clear cartridges. You cannot play these on the original Game Boy or Game Boy Pocket or I don't think the Game Boy Light either. And you cannot play this on Super Game Boy. Of course not. Not even Super Game Boy 2 had the feature of doing that. And I think that was released throughout out of the United States. I'm not too sure. But clear cartridges cannot be played on the original Game Boy. It just can't. There's a reason. When you put it in at the back of the game, it has this lock feature, and it just wouldn't fit right. Like, you know, it has D's, and it actually, like, if you go right here, it's a latch that holds that in place. This does not have that, so that's why it wouldn't work that way. You could put it in on the Game Boy Pocket, but because it looks exactly like the slot on the back of the Game Boy Color, the only problem is it will say no, this cannot be played on the system. So yeah. Now this is a black cartridge. This is a Game Boy Color game, but this can be played on original and Game Boy Pocket games. And it can be played on a Super Game Boy too. Yeah, it can. It can, because even though it's in color, it still has the shape of an original Game Boy cartridge. So that's pretty cool. And then the best part about the Game Boy Color, but I mean, like, the Game Boy Advance could play all of this, so that's basically the ultimate Game Boy. But let's get to the power of the Game Boy Color, what it can do. This is DuckTales for the original Game Boy. This is an original Game Boy game, and this is backwards compatible with original Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. So that was a really cool thing for this thing to do. Sorry about that, my camera ran out of storage there, so make sure you guys hit that like button, make sure you guys subscribe. I'm gonna split this up into parts. So this is part 1 of Game Boy Color review. So let me know if we can get to like 10-15 likes on this video, I'll do part 2. Alright, make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.